Take a 30cm length of Cortex and remove 7cm of the outer coating using a thumb and forefinger. Double the soft supple section over and tie an overhand loop knot into the end. Trim away the tag end, and then using a splicing needle we add 2 pieces of 0.5mm silicone tubing onto the supple section. These sections need to be around 2mm in length each. Next we thread the Cortex through the back of the eye of an armour point SSC hook, ensuring the Cortex exits through the front, as you can see. The tricky bit here is to place the silicone sections over the hook point and round the hook bend like that. That traps the hair, as we saw earlier. Hair length is also critical, so we place a boilie on and try to get around 20mm is best between a bottom bait and the bend of the hook. Once we've got the length of the hair right, we can start the knotless knot whipping. So we take the soft section there and start the knotless knot, forming it down the shank. Once that's completed, we thread it back through the hook eye again so it exits the front of the hook. Again, we've got about 20 to 25mm remaining of supple section below the hook eye, and we're going to slide on some 1.2mm shrink tube over the top, and taking a splicing needle through the front we create the liner, pulling the hook link out through the front of the shrink tube. As you can see, there's a short supple section just below the shrink tube where it exits, which is dead right, that's all we want. That's then shrunk down over steam and curved at the same time. That creates a very, very aggressive hooking angle. If you haven't got enough supple section, as you see, you can pull that back, and you generally want about 10 to 20mm below the shrink tube of exposed inner core. The other end of the hook link can be tied, as I prefer, to a flexi ring swivel with a 5-turn grinner knot, or as shown here, using a figure of 8 loop knot and a quick change swivel arrangement. Where the coated section finishes and the supple section begins is where I like to place the ball of high SG tungsten putty. Again, as we said earlier, that should be about 20mm from the end of the liner where it exits the shrink tube. That's the finished rig in situ. Again, though a big fish presentation, it's very, very effective at hooking just about anything that goes by, a bit different to anything else that they generally come across.